Hello, my friend, and welcome to your Reiki session. I hope you're doing as well as possible. I think this is a really important session, so I'm excited to delve in here. So, for this healing session today, we are going to be focusing on breaking through fear. I know that it can be so challenging even to start to open up to looking at our fears. But I think once we allow ourselves to do that, so many beautiful things are going to start to open up. I'm going to start by putting a little bit of oil on my palms, using some essential oil and doing a bit of a scan just to see where you are right now. But I would like for you to just begin to check in with yourself, see how you feel right now. See how things might shift for you when we start really bringing fear to the surface in order to heal it. Healing our fears is such a long process. But if we can begin that process now, then, the sooner we begin, the sooner we will heal. And healing our fear is just going to be enormously empowering. Definitely a process that I've been engaging in lately, and it's really hard, but I think it's just so powerful and enormously important. So maybe we can grow together here, heal together. So, for me, fear is like the grandfather of worry, the daddy of anxiety. It's like the overarching, more elevated version of that worry, anxiety, stress, fear, and then I think we have sort of like terror. And at different stages of all of these, I think we can have different reactions and responses that we've learned or developed over the course of our lives. So what this session is really about is having agency to choose how we deal with our fear, to choose how we engage with our fear, and to choose how we respond to our fear. So I'm using this. This is a lavender. Do you want to give it a sniff? Yeah, very calming, very soothing. I don't want anything too pungent or anything too activating in the root, because often if we're overactivated in that space, our fear can really quickly connect to our anger. So we want to be grounded in our safety and our security. But when we're already in an overactivated state, we just really want to soothe the root. We don't really want to activate it. So I'm going to draw the symbols in the palms of my hands, and then I'm going to do a little chakra scan. Just melt into this present moment, sink into the here and now, and do your best to give over to this present moment. One important thing to remember as we engage in any kind of healing is just that you are not alone. Okay? You are not alone. We're moving through this together as a collective, okay? You're not alone. So, take some time to slow your breathing. Breathing in this lavender can be helpful. Try to connect with the earth beneath you. Connect with your gentle breathing. Connect with your physical body. Start to check in with the tension. Are you holding any tension in your body? I'm going to light our candle here. You might hear some rain. We're in this little cave. It's raining. So on behalf of your highest, wisest, most empowered and aligned self, in loving comfort and perfect balance, I wish to conduct this Reiki session for breaking through the bonds of fear, empowering you through fear. Now, if you would like to gaze into this flame and set your own intention based on whatever it is that you're moving through, as long as it's in service of your own and everyone else's highest, wisest selves. And I will honor that intention and see it through time and space to where and whenever it's applicable. Good, 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 good. I'm going to light a little bit of this gardenia incense, and I'm going to draw the sacred Reiki symbols outside of your heart space. We're going to light this off of our candle to preserve the intention that we have set. And to clear anything that's not serving that intention. Again, I am drawing the sacred Reiki symbols outside of your heart space. I'm going to take a little bit of the sage, light it again off of our candle, and I'm going to start to do some initial clearing here. What I'd like for you to do for me now is to just relax. Try to really give over to this present moment. Really breathe in this presence. Melt into this moment. Sink into the here and now. So this is helping you take off the weight of the day or the night. Just allow it to bring you closer to this present moment. Focusing particularly on your mental plane and on your roots. Clearing anything here. You don't need to worry about any of that though. is just to be present, okay? The most productive thing that you could do right now is just relax. Is just to rest, okay? That's the most productive thing you could do, is just to rest and relax. If there's something that's coming up for you, something that feels really challenging or frustrating, scary, worrisome, or stressful, you can bring it to the surface of your mind and see if we can clear it. I'm going to use this selenite wand here. And I'm going to clear and cleanse, clear and cleanse, clear and cleanse. Clearing anything that might come up. So check in with your breathing, see how your breathing is doing right now. Check in with your physical body, see how you're feeling in your body. Are you noticing any tension, tightness? Are you noticing any blockages? Just start to bring awareness to your physical body. Good. 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 Good, 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 good. I'll put my ring back on. And we're going to use this beautiful rattle. I'm going to be using this to really thicken your aura. I feel like when we have a thick aura, it helps us to feel more protected. It helps to validate that protection and that sense of safety. So if you are feeling anxious, worried, or scared, just know that you are safe, and I'm here. We're here for each other, to help each other. I love this rattle. I've been really enjoying using it. Okay, so I'm going to start down at your root and pull this energy upward, okay? So if that brought anything to the surface, I'm just going to clear that. Using our selenite wand, sweeping through 3 times. Yeah, that's good. That's good. So I think one important aspect of managing our fear is through things like this, finding ways of self-regulating, feeling better, finding ways to relax and get your system back in alignment. A reminder that we are all connected, which hopefully this space here on the internet helps us to do, is just remember that we are connected, that we're connected to each other, that I'm connected to you and you're connected to me. And just trying our best to find that sense of ease and peace within ourselves, grounded in a sense of calm. Because I think we really have to have tools like that for those moments where we're really starting to get pulled into the vortex of fear. This session is really going to be about breaking through. So rather than really focusing on just maintaining, I really want you to break through this fear. My way of breaking through fear has always just been to sprint directly through it. That's just my natural way of doing things. So the shift for me is about finding the balance and sitting in the discomfort. Instead of running straight into it, it's almost like I have to pull myself back and take time. So really, what I would encourage you to do here is just to ask yourself where you are in relation to fear. How do you cope with fear in your life? Do you distract yourself from it? Do you deny it? Do you charge full into it? Does it make you freeze? Does it? Do you try to like fawn your way out of it, flirt, manipulate your way out of it kind of thing? Try to diminish it? Do you try to override it? Do you try to sprint head on into it? Do you run in the opposite direction? Do you resent it? Does it make you angry? If you don't have a relationship with fear at all, I would say you might be in denial of it. I would look into that. So there are so many different ways of moving through fear and dealing with fear, and we really have to, if we want to find alignment, we have to figure out where we are first so that we know how to draw ourselves back into that sense of balance. Isn't that nice? I don't know, I love this sound. Please let me know if you like it or if it's too loud. I love hearing what kind of triggers you like. I love it. Good. I'm going to do a little bit of spritzing in your aura. Again, this is just a lavender. It's a lavender spray. Gonna spray and then waft it. It's important to recognize that fear can actually be very helpful. It can help teach us what we need to maybe stay away from. It can help us better understand our reaction to things. It can help keep us safe. But sometimes fear can start to take over, and it can be harder and harder for us to have a sense of agency. So the important thing is to just remember that having an open and free dialogue with our fear is going to be incredibly important and empowering. You can decide what kind of relationship you want to have with your fear. You can choose how to respond to that fear. I think one of the most important things when we're talking about fear is to just say it. Just acknowledging the thing we're afraid of. And this is a safe space. So if anyone comments something that you feel like isn't scary or whatever, that's not what this is about. I know you're all so great and you'll be so supportive of each other, but the point here is to really hold space for that, because fear doesn't always make sense. Our fear doesn't always match. The ouch doesn't always match the pinch. The fear doesn't always match the stimulus. So it's important just to recognize that there was a reason. There was a reason that fear entered into your consciousness. And so when we can have a conversation with that fear and start to say, what are you here to teach me? What are you here to teach me? That's when we can really start to flourish. So, fear, 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 fear. What do you have to teach us? As we bring this subject up, I want you to just take a moment, maybe even place a hand on your heart space and a hand on your low belly. And just check in with your body. How are you feeling now? Drawing the symbols in the palms of my hands. start by placing my hands on your root to low hips. And sending healing energy into the space. The bowl at the base of the torso. Healing and grounding. Affirming your safety. So, what kind of relationship do you want to have with your fear? Fear doesn't make us weak. We can't be courageous without fear. It's not possible. Bravery wouldn't exist without fear. So fear is just part of it. But I think we can shift our relationship with it. And I think this is when we can really start to ground in truth. So whatever it is that you're afraid of, whatever it is, and this could be something that is, just a worrying thought that's really taken over and it's starting to snowball into maybe catastrophizing or apocalyptic thinking. So just recognizing what's that really about. Sometimes our fear can teach us that we are so grateful for what we have that we're scared to lose it. I know that feeling. So it's important just to say, wow, the truth of this situation is that I'm so grateful for what I have that I'm terrified I'm gonna lose it. I haven't lost it. So the most important thing right now is the gratitude. And I appreciate my fear for trying to keep me safe. But right now, the most important thing for me to do is to recognize how grateful I am. And that's why this is happening. So that's just an example. As always, it's tricky when there are so many of us here. But if you're feeling really scared of a situation or something happening, you might want to try establishing boundaries around that. So let me grab a stone for you to hold in your palms. Okay. Here's the septarian. I would like for you to hold this in your palms, like so. You can hold it like this, like this, like this. Just hold it in your palms and let it fill you up, okay? Sending this beautiful energy, this energy of strength and boundaries, empowerment. You to really trust. I'm just cupping your hands in mine. Trust that you can set these boundaries with yourself and trust that you have the power to take care of yourself. You're strong enough to take care of yourself. So if you wanted to start establishing boundaries with yourself around when you're going to really have that conversation with your fear. So maybe in the middle of the night when you can't sleep, that's not the best time to do it. So maybe a boundary you'll set with yourself is, I'm not going to engage with that conversation when I'm trying to fall back asleep in the middle of the night. But what you might do is say, but tomorrow at 3 p.m., 6 p.m., 8 a.m., I'm going to take some time to really listen to what my fear has to say to me, to what my fear has to teach me. So I think this idea of being in conversation with your fear is going to be so valuable here. Placing my hands again on your hips here. It's such a comforting gesture. Placing your hands on your hips and just kind of gently pushing it. It's, again, the touch is always firm but gentle. So like, it's not a I'm not pushing you in, but I'm definitely holding you firmly, you know? So there's a real sense of you being held here. It's almost like you don't need to do anything. I'm holding you. All you need to do is just breathe, sink into this moment, listen to my words, and settle. Settle. See what happens, see what comes up. So for me, rather than sprinting full speed ahead into my fear, I am sitting in it. Sitting in the discomfort of uncertainty, of not knowing what it's going to tell me, of not knowing what's going to come up, but just sitting and trusting. And I think trust is something that we practice, that we can practice. So that's what my process is. And if you're someone who shies away from fear in a different way, maybe you are in denial of your fear, you could start a journal. I've been doing that. Just start a journal and just say, what do you have to teach me? Just ask that question. What do you have to teach me, fear? Just see what comes up. Free write. See where the pen takes you. See what's trying to get out. See what messages are there. I think you'll be surprised what you find. The word surrender keeps coming up. So as I gently hold your hips, try to surrender into this moment. Good. I'm going to place my hands on either side of your head here. And just let this gentle healing energy in the space. So we're really healing in the mental plane here. My index fingers and my middle fingers are above your ear. And my ring finger and pinky are below it. So again, you're supported, you're held here, okay? Just give the weight of your head over to me here, okay? So maybe there is something that you really need to face. Maybe there is something that you really need to look into and give over to. This is your sign, your message to do that. To dedicate time to doing it. It can be so easy to put these sorts of spiritual practices on the back burner. because life is so crazy and whatever. But I think if you start to prioritize these, everything in your life will get easier. That's what I've always found. Yeah, I need to move through that, or yeah, I need to sit with that. But I'm so busy with these other things, I don't have time to do that. And then the blockage gets bigger and bigger. And then if you just sit with it, flow starts to happen. These aren't two disconnected aspects. Everything is connected. So if you carve out space for that, it'll pay back. It'll pay back tenfold. Beautiful. Just check in with yourself here. How are you feeling? How's your physical body feeling? Sealing you in with this spray. Calming. So I think rather than this idea of fighting back our fear, and maybe for this we can just sit with our fear. Take our fear out to tea. Invite our fear to the table. See what pearls of wisdom it has to offer us. But we can also decide whether or not it has the conch shell. It doesn't have to be at the head of the table just because it's been invited. But taking our fear to tea, that's something that's incredibly important for us to practice here. About anything. Fear, anxiety, worry, anything in this family. What is it that is calling to you? Because that buzzing, vibrating, activated energy is a space that we can heal. It's a beautiful opportunity to heal. So this is your invitation. Just sit with it. And just know that we don't have to believe everything that we think. We do have agency over that. You are divine. You are connected. You are expressive. You are loved. You are strong. You are creative. You are safe. Thank you so much for joining me. As always, it's such a pleasure to connect with you, truly. I am just so grateful for you. I'm so grateful for you. So thank you. And until we meet again, be so well. I love this sound. Anything like this kind of sounds like a kitten to me. Like a kitten purring. And just doing a little bit of balancing and aligning. But how would you suggest that a person achieve the ability to feel that comfortable with people? Not have that fear or apprehension of being disliked or judged by other people? That always happens when I'm trying to do it like up here. And just repeat the mantra. I release. I am relaxed. I am ready to receive. Amethyst is a really great spiritually aligned stone. It can help with clarity, mental fog, really helps us see soberly. So I'd love to know if you're open to sharing. I can